I do enjoy caffeine and I love it. Does it increase dopamine? A little bit. Caffeine will increase dopamine to some extent, but it is pretty modest compared to chocolate, sex, nicotine, cocaine, amphetamine. However, there's a really interesting paper published in 2015 showed that regular ingestion of caffeine increases upregulation of certain dopamine receptors. So caffeine actually makes you experience more of dopamine's effects. Because as I mentioned before, dopamine is vomited out into the synapse or it's released volumetrically, but then it has to bind someplace and trigger those G protein coupled receptors. And caffeine increases the number, the density of those G protein coupled receptors. Sometimes I'll notice a cigarette and a cup of coffee, or when people drink alcohol, oftentimes they'll smoke. It's well known that different compounds or behaviors and drugs can synergize to give bigger dopamine increases. This is not terribly uncommon, but layering together multiple things, substances and activities that lead to big increases in dopamine actually can create pretty severe issues with motivation and energy right after those experiences and even a couple days later. I'm not saying that people shouldn't take the occasional pre-workout or drink a cup of coffee or two before working out, but if you do it too often, what you'll find is that your capacity to release dopamine and your level of motivation and drive and energy overall will take a serious hit.